sports fans. Welcome to Sports Unfolded.
Who the
Power
hell is this guy?
rankings. What? I mean, this is something different, right? I don't get this too often. I'm your host, Eric. The big dog, Kenny. My main man, Ron. How are you fellas tonight?
Probably like everybody else in shock.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about with the NBA, plus our power rankings that came out just a few minutes ago that we will discuss. But we've got to start, gentlemen, with the trade. This move is been talked about now for the last 24 hours in the impact that it may have going forward in the NBA, because we've never seen two major superstars traded at the same time. Luka Doncic is now in Los Angeles with the Lakers, and Anthony Davis has been traded to the Dallas Mavericks. First of all, your thoughts on the trade, and then we can kind of just discuss overall what we think this impact's going to have for both teams.
Look, I'm still reeling from this. It's going to make both teams look completely different. First of all, you take the Lakers side and you look, oh my God, you're going to have LeBron and Luka on the same team. Can they really coexist? Don't they have the same game? They control the ball,
say, right?
Both players can't control the ball. But this is a clear sign now Luka is the guy they're going forward with, and he's going to hold the cards to this team. So LeBron needs to get on board or ask for a trade. Simple as that. That's what it comes down to. This is a team that's saying, all right, enough of the shenanigans. We need to stop putting ourselves in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, LeBron already said he's staying.
Yeah.
So he's not going anywhere. Kenny, your thoughts?
I thought someone has been hacked. I thought it was a dream. But you know what? I believe that the Mavericks were fed up with Luka's not coming into the season fit.
It's that dollar sign that holds over their heads too.
No. It's
$350 million. You want to pay him $69 million a year?
I would, because he was worth it if he was in shape. But he never comes into the season in shape. He never. He wants to get in shape during the season, and that's the problem.
Oh, he comes in shape.
So
it's round.
Yeah, round, right? You're right. He's supposed to be back. This is. I made some phone calls. He was supposed to be back February 8th. February 8th. He's supposed to be.
Wait a minute.
February 8th. Hold on. This is true. February 8th.
Some phone calls.
February 8th. He's supposed to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Mavericks wanted him to come back February 8th. He said no. He's not done. He wanted to wait more. He wanted to wait a while. And the Mavericks were not going to put one up with that, because he's been done with the half season. He was supposed to rehab, get himself together, come back February 8th, finish the half the season. Maybe they can make the playoffs. Nope. No. I'm going to stay. I need to rehab more.
I agree with Kenny that a lot of what I've heard is just, again, Luka, in the frustration the organization had with him not coming in, not preparing, being ready for the season. Again, 22 games so far this season. He's missed a bunch of time. You know, the funny thing too, Ron, you said this, who coexists in LA with the ball, who plays defense now? Because neither one of them plays defense. Luka and LeBron don't play defense.
Of LeBron with him just standing there, then walks over to the bench, and
Luka's not much better.
No.
So
you're any better.
You're literally getting a guy that's not committed to defense. You're getting a guy who's not in shape. You're getting a guy that you don't even know from week to week if he wants to play. And I think that's what happened with Luka. And listen, he only hurt himself. You said it, Ron. There was a big financial payoff that now
Yeah.
he cannot get based
He
on.
lost like $160 million on it.
Yeah.
So again, this starts to come back to haunt you. Davis, I like this move for Dallas in one aspect.
I do too.
Kyrie with Davis. I like the defensive side of it now, where he could play the 4 is what he was wanted to do, even when he was in LA. And it gives them a guy that we everybody's downplaying how good Anthony Davis still is. He's still a top quality player. He's averaging
absolutely.
almost 26 points a game and 12 rebounds. Like he's a double.
And playing on a team that your main guy just keeps the ball, and he has to earn everything he gets, with LeBron there. Now he's going to be able to be a little freed up. He doesn't have to play the center, and that's going to make him dominate at that position every game. I mean, he's going to dominate, and that's what they needed. The power forward position is where he should be.
Okay, true, but they're still lacking a superstar.
So you don't consider Anthony Davis a superstar?
No, I don't.
He's a 9-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA. We make it sound like he's not. And he's averaging a double-double now.
Don't get me wrong. He's a great player, but he's not a superstar. I don't consider him a superstar. So you got Kyrie, you got him, and who else you got?
Clay.
So Kyrie's not a superstar.
Clay? No.
No, not.
I think talking about a year ago, he was.
I think that
the playoffs.
Again, we're looking at the age, right? And you're looking at that factor. Yeah. And I still think at 31, Anthony Davis isn't done. He's probably got another 3-4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Luka was 25, and 8 months ago or 6 months ago, he led this team to the NBA Finals.
Absolutely, Kenny. And then he missed
25.
And how injured was he during 25. That finals?
He was very injured, and he gave it all he got.
That's what you get though from him.
Yeah, exactly, because he's not in shape. But you trade him, and you're just like, okay, who you got now?
I think he's going to be a part-time player for the rest of his career, for the most part.
Yeah, exactly.
If he's not going to be in shape, then what good is he?
Thank you.
He can't move to even play defense.
Thank you.
So I think with Anthony Davis there, I think their team elevates.
How many
a little
games
more?
How many games has Dallas played?
I don't know. They got like 30 games left.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they're probably like 50 games in.
Yeah.
All right. Who is their superstar in Dallas? No, I'm just saying. You say they don't have a superstar now. Who was their superstar?
They don't have it. They don't have one now.
Who was their superstar?
No. Who was their superstar? Yes.
Yeah.
Who?
Luka was their superstar. Yeah.
He played 22 games, Kenny. He wasn't even on the court.
Exactly.
So they didn't have a superstar anyway.
So look at their record.
So I'd rather have Anthony Davis, who I know is going to be on the court to contribute, than a guy that isn't, just to have a name.
He couldn't stay. He couldn't even stay on the court doing the Lakers.
He played 42 games this season.
So what?
That's 20 more games than Luka.
It's not going to go that way.
I like the move for Dallas Mavericks, especially if they can do another move to get a guard in there to get some points. And I don't see why they can't, because they got a pick with it, right? Didn't they get like a first-round pick or something? This is what they got. So Lakers got Luka, Maxi Kleber. Is that his name? Kleber?
Yep.
And Marquise Morris.
Which is out for the season. Maxi Kleber is out for the season.
Yeah. So they get 2 injured guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And the Mavs get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and the 2029 first-round pick for the Lakers. And the Jazz got Jalen Hood Schifino and a 2025 Clippers second pick and a 2025 Mavericks second pick. So I'm looking at this. Yeah, maybe down the road it might benefit the Lakers down the road, but that's if they go grab some players, next year or the year after that, maybe.
Mavs
I
are
mean, they
currently
still have to
ninth.
figure out what they're going to do with Bronny.
Mavericks are currently ninth, so they're in the playoff
It's true.
tournament. They're in.
Yeah.
Right now, they're in. I don't think this move hurts them.
No, I think this helps them. It puts a body out on the floor that belongs there that can play defense. It just improved their defensive play 100%.
Put Luka on any other team, Kenny. OKC, switch him and SGA.
Oof.
Is OKC better?
No,
right? Like
No.
we've put Luka in a place where everybody wants. He's a great talent, but we've seen great talents who fail because of the fact that they're not committed to the game. And I think that's what Luka is. I think Luka Doncic is a great talent. When he's on the court, he's going to wow you. He's going to blow you away. He's going to get you to an NBA final. But I don't think he's committed to the process of saying, I want to be a champion, which means you got to sacrifice something. You've got to come in shape. You've got to do things to help your organization win. And he doesn't do that. So I can't see how a guy, at least that's coming into shape and is able to be on the court, is not a better option.
Yeah.
I want to ask you 3 questions, both of you.
Okay.
Okay. 3 questions. Okay.
3 questions.
3 questions.
Go.
Okay. When Paul Gasol went to the Lakers from Memphis, did it backfire?
No, they won.
Exactly.
The Lakers won.
Exactly. Memphis traded him. It didn't. It backfired for Memphis. Okay. Bulls get Dennis Rodman for Will Perdue. Did it backfire? Yes. Okay. All right.
Wait. Backfire on who?
Whoever Will Perdue was going. Will Perdue left.
Yeah, but see this. Wait. Go ahead. What's your third one? And then I will rebut.
Allen Iverson to Denver.
Yeah.
Backfired.
Yeah. Who they trade him for?
I can't remember.
And that's my point. They didn't trade Luka Doncic.
Andre Miller.
Okay, they didn't trade Luka Doncic. Okay, they didn't trade Luka Doncic for Derek Lively II. They traded him for Anthony Davis, who's a 9-time All-Star and a 5-time All-NBA and a 5-time Defensive Player of the Year or Defensive Player. All defense. Sorry.
And that's it. They didn't trade him to the highest bidder. They traded him to the Lakers.
Because I think it benefits them. The Lakers are in the Western Conference. You're giving them 2 guys that don't play defense at all now, and you're not even sure that LeBron or him will be on the court.
I think it's going to backfire.
That benefits them. I don't think the Lakers got better. Everybody said the odds went up. The Lakers' odds went up to go to the finals. I don't see that.
First of all, what did Luka tell the organization when they asked him to come back on the 8th? What did he tell him?
Oh, he's not ready. I'm not ready.
Right. So if they know that he's not going to show up,
yeah, then you have to trade him.
Why not trade him for one?
But the other thing I don't understand, nobody knew about it. Nobody knew about it. You're telling me that Jason Kidd didn't know about it?
I don't think anybody knew about it because you want to know why? Who's the owner? Who's the owner of the Mavericks?
That's collusion.
I don't know. There's a new owner.
He is the guy that used to be the agent for Kobe Bryant.
Yes,
he has good ties with the ownership.
Robinson. Exactly, Nico Robinson.
So this was a thing that they were together and they just decided, let's see what we got here.
Hey,
so that's not collusion? Because
I'm going to ask.
First over a cup
How
of
is
coffee.
That collusion? They're working out a trade.
And nobody else knew about it?
It doesn't matter.
I don't think they were planning on trading him. Either one of them. I think what ended up happening
Probably
is
not. They
Dallas
just got into
Dallas started
conversation.
making calls, and that was probably the best deal they could get. But I'm going to ask you this now, Kenny, since you wanted to ask a question. The Lakers are currently 5th. Okay? Does this move put them ahead of the Thunder?
No.
Ahead of the Grizzlies?
No.
Ahead of the Rockets?
No.
Ahead of the Nuggets?
No.
So there you go. This trade made them the average at best. They're the 5th best team in the West, even after this trade. After this trade.
Yeah.
So this didn't benefit the Lakers.
Nope. And it didn't benefit Dallas. So what are we doing here? I don't know.
It did benefit Dallas because it puts a guy on the court that wants to play and plays hard.
The teams that are ahead of Dallas, the Suns, the Timberwolves, and the Clippers.
Then you still need a superstar.
And it's 2 games.
I'll be the first one to tell you that Anthony Davis, I remember making this comment about him 2 years ago, that if Anthony Davis wanted to be the best player on the floor, he would be.
Yep, he could.
And you want to know what? This season, he has come in and he has wanted that. He has wanted it. And he's playing more determined than I've seen him in years.
You're a big shooting person. He's 52. He's shooting 52.8% for the field this season. He's averaging a double-double. He's played in 20 more games than Luka. He's also averaging 2.1 blocks per game.
I just don't see it. I'm sorry.
I don't think you're giving him credit. I don't see how this isn't a benefit.
I just don't see it.
So James, just thanks for joining. What happened with the trade? I think this was the Dallas Mavericks saying, look, we gave up on a guy.
Yeah.
But why would you? So again, why wouldn't you try to get a guy that you know can at least make some impact on the court?
Culture, that's a big deal. And he apparently was not projecting a quality that they wanted, with the team. And that makes a big difference. I mean, as soon as it gets mentioned, and then it's like, you want to add to the culture, so you get rid of him. So he's a negative in that locker room. That's what that tells me. And there had to be something behind the scenes.
This is where, listen, Kenny, you're a Boston Celtic fan. I see the big 3 behind you.
Of course.
How many years did we go where we said you can't move Marcus Smart because he's the heart of the team, right? He's the guy, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
But then you come to realize when they finally got rid of him, he was the problem.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening in Dallas. They finally realized, like, Luka, after 7 years, you're the problem. You're the reason why we're never going to get to where we need to get to, because everybody feeds off of you. And if you're lazy and you don't want to come into shape and you don't want to play defense and you don't care if you got to come back early or not or whatever, what makes the rest of the team want to? That's my star player who's refusing to come back on the 8th when we know he could. So he could do what? Eat more, have a couple more beers, do whatever. Like what? Right? But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They didn't get enough capital, James. But again, do you think any teams were going to give? Here's a guy that's played 22 games that is often injured. What do you think people are going to give?
Yeah. That's the big part of this, right? And I keep going back to the money because the money is a big deal. He was only eligible for the super max. So he was going to get paid big time, $70 million a year. I think it was actually $69 million. Mm-hmm. And they're looking at it like this. We're paying you $40 million right now to do what?
To do nothing, to sit at home.
Exactly. I would much rather bring in a guy that's going to score the same amount of points, mind you.
I'm going to ask you this question, gentlemen, because then we probably move on to the other trade real quick.
The other trade.
Jaylen Brown, better than Luka?
Yes.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I agree with Ron. I don't think so. I still wouldn't trade Luka for Jaylen Brown. Because at least I know Jaylen Brown's going to be on the court and he's
He's
going
going to be moving,
Yeah,
and he's going to
exactly.
be working hard.
right. Like
Exactly.
that's where I think that people need to realize
Yeah,
that it seems like they
better
didn't get a
defense.
lot, but you got a guy that wasn't playing anyway. And no team is going to sit back and say, I'm going to give you a first, my best guy. Like Boston's not going to go, oh, I'll trade Tatum for Luka straight up. That's not an even trade.
No,
Like it's not an even trade.
It's just
no. There's
What
a lot
should-
of factors. It's
so,
the
Kenny,
intangibles.
All right.
Yeah.
Last thing,
Those
I said we'd move
intangibles
on, but
matter.
this one now you
Yeah.
got me going. What would you have given up for Luka? James is not buying it. Then tell me, James, Kenny, what do you give up for Luka?
You don't give the Lakers got 2 injured people. Okay, one of them is out for the season. Okay, and Luke and
But we're
Luka
not
injured.
questioning the Lakers.
So-
we're saying Dallas. What
So-
would you
so,
have gotten?
at-
You're
at-
Dallas
at-
Mavericks.
at
You own
least-
the Dallas.
at-
You own
at
the
least-
Dallas Mavericks.
at least I would have got Davis and another person. And
Wait,
another person.
But you're questioning the
If-
wrong team, Kenny. I don't understand it. And when you look at it, the Lakers did
got
get
nothing.
2 other players in this.
They still need a superstar. The
The
Mavericks.
Lakers, who are you talking
The
about?
Mavericks. They still need a superstar. This is going to backfire. I'm telling you.
So Davis and who? There's nobody
Somebody
on the
else?
Lakers.
Somebody else.
You think a team's going to give up 2 solid players for Luka
A couple more
Doncic?
picks. A couple more picks. So you're telling me the Lakers get Luka?
If they did this deal
And they
for
get-
Zach LaVine, I could see all day what you're talking about. They got Anthony Davis. I don't know. But let's
All right,
talk about
so-
the other trade. Let's
so
talk about the other
Personally,
trade.
I think his problem is Anthony Davis. He doesn't like Anthony
Yeah.
Davis for whatever reason.
But he gets on
I-
that hot. You know how he is.
I don't get.
You know how you are. That's how you are. You're not going to give this guy a break now. You don't like Anthony Davis.
I mean, you
I
would
don't
you
get
would
Anthony Davis.
even take
I got
Jordan
Anthony
for him.
Davis. Oh! Thank you. Trying to say
So-
that word in my presence.
there was one more trade.
Thank you.
And De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, Zach LaVine. Where'd he go again? Where'd he go?
Sacramento.
Sacramento. That's right. They flip flop a little bit. Who made out in this deal?
Spurs.
Oh, the Spurs.
Right. This is a good deal.
Spurs.
Oh, this was a great deal for them.
The key, can they re-sign him? Now, can you keep him and Wemby together? That's going to be the ultimate indication of this trade and if it was a good one or not. Because if they lose him after this season, then not so good.
Not so good, yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
I
the-
love this move.
The Spurs got De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings got Zach LaVine, City Sissoko, a 2025 first round pick that was the Hornets, 2027 first round pick that was the Spurs, 2031 first round pick that was Minnesota's.
Mhm.
2025 second round, that was Chicago Bulls. 2028 second round of the Nuggets and the
Jeez.
2028 second
Right.
round of the Bulls.
Mhm.
Chicago got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerta, and they got their first round pick back from the Spurs.
Sarah McLaughlin.
Sarah McLaughlin, yeah, that's
Yes,
it.
yes.
That's,
But I listen. The Bulls are sellers. That was pretty evident with this.
evident, yeah.
Mhm.
But I will say this. I think that Kings made worse moves. All they got were draft picks that are unproven.
Yeah.
That's basically what they got.
Yeah.
So clear to their
Well,
fans.
they got
that
Zach
they don't care.
LaVine too.
So
I don't think Levine's. I would see like this argument he had with Anthony Davis.
I could
He's
see them
good.
actually trading Levine again
Like
before
I
this
think
deadline.
Fox was better than Levine.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
So
yes.
that was a downgrade.
way
Oh,
better.
it was.
And then you go and you let him go to the West with one of the best young stars in the league.
Yeah.
Like, it made no sense, but
No. I mean, they went with the picks and they went with Zach LaVine. And like I said, I think they're going to trade Zach LaVine before Thursday.
so, gentlemen, we put up a Facebook poll on Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page. 63% of those that voted said that the Lakers made the best deal. 26% said San Antonio with De'Aaron Fox. 9% Anthony Davis to Dallas, and 2% Zach LaVine to Sacramento.
Yeah, I think San Antonio made the better deal, period, because they upgraded big time. And now you got a triple threat there.
Here's the problem with San Antonio, though. They're 21-25.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And they need to, first of all, the Kings are actually in 10th spot right now. So maybe they hope, and the Warriors, but they're 3 games out of the play-in. Like, they're not even in the postseason right now.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
but they're thinking that they can get there.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one. All right, Jen. Oh, you got something else, Kenny?
Wasn't it the Jazz in on the Lakers and the Mavericks?
Yes.
Yeah, he said there was a couple of draft picks, and the Jazz. They're still doing their thing.
Yeah,
Danny Ainge, baby.
Danny Ainge, baby, doing his thing.
Get a couple more picks, Danny.
Yeah, right.
Do it up. Eventually, you'll get a
second round picks out of this.
Eventually, you'll get a Tatum and a Brown again.
A team for the, to throw in a player against.
Yeah. I don't know, Danny. All right, gentlemen, let's talk about your power rankings really quick, Kenny.
All right.
So you released those today. Not a lot of change, same as last week.
What the hell?
Yeah.
My graphics guy, as soon as he puts them up.
Yeah, I don't know where they went.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for the support, Mike.
I don't know where they went.
Okay, all right.
They just disappeared.
All right. Well, at number 5, Kenny.
Yeah.
You had the Memphis Grizzlies. Why at number 5?
You're going to tell me the stat? No? Okay. All right. You want to tell me the record? Do I need to?
Memphis is currently 33-16.
673 win percentage, 8-12 in the conference, 8-2 in the last 10.
Yes.
Yep.
I can't wait till we get to number 2.
Jeez.
What do you got? But Kenny, why the Memphis Grizzlies at 5?
The Memphis are doing outstanding. They are. Sorry, I can't even read my rating. They are. Wrong.
What did you just say?
It's the insight.
Sorry, I was crossing out something. Okay. All right. So, even though they have Morant injured, they're still good. They are still doing a great job. They have good defense, and their offense is outstanding, averaging 123 points per game.
Wow. Grizz at 5. You have the Boston Celtics coming in at number 4, Kenny, who are 35-15, 25-9 in the conference, 7-3 in their last 10, and on a 3-game winning streak. Boston, defending champions. No love in Boston? Why? I mean, 4th?
They got to get it together. They really have to get it together. I don't know if they need to shape their starting 5. They need to shape their bench, but they really, really, really got to get it together. Sunday, they went 12 from 16 from 3, which is pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but they are struggling with their lineup, and they need to get it together.
Does Boston make a move before the deadline?
I want to say I hope so. I want to say I hope so. That's the problem with. In the beginning, they said, "Oh, we're going to keep everybody." When you're going for another championship, you got to mix it up. You got to say, hey, you know what? We're going to get rid of you and try to get into someone better. So their bench is stagnant right now. In the beginning, their bench was on fire. Now it's just stagnant. So they need to rechange their starting five or retool their bench, or something has to get going.
All right, interesting. At 3, Kenny came in with the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are 40-9, 26-6 in the conference, 6-10 in their last 10, 6-4 in their last 10, 4-game winning streak. This team looked like unbeatable for the majority of the first half of the season. Kind of normal out a little bit now, but still third on your power rankings.
Eric, 10 out of 11 players on the Cavaliers shoot 54% from the field.
It's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. I'm pretty scared. Okay. All right.
40-9, man. That's why
I am pretty scared. And they put a whooping.
But yet they're only number 3.
They put a whooping on Dallas Mavericks. They put a whooping on the Dallas Mavericks last night.
They're 5.5 games up on Boston for the one spot right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you think about how well Boston played last year. Cleveland is just on another level. Best team in the East?
Yeah.
So you'd put them. So in a 7-game series, Eastern Conference Finals, you're going Cleveland over Boston.
Ooh. My heart says Boston, but my mind says Cleveland. I just don't. I don't think.
What if they're both wrong?
It's gonna take a major.
What does your toe say? What does your toe say then, Kenny?
It's itching. It's itching.
Thank you, Michael.
Toe saying the Knicks. All right, at number 2, Kenny.
Here's the problem that I have.
No, here we go.
Number 2, you got the Houston Rockets, who are currently 32-16. 19-10 in the conference, 6-4 in their last 10 on a 2-game losing streak, not a winning streak.
2-game losing streak. They're behind Memphis in the standings, but yet,
yeah.
Memphis is 8-2 in the last 10.
Yeah, but this team is just so well coached. They're so well coached. They're young. They can run. They can score. And let me tell you something. They are first in scoring in the paint. Okay, 54.2%. These kids can get to the basket anytime they want to, and that is deadly. There's only 3 people that can get to the paint anytime they want to in the league. Giannis, he can get to the paint anytime he wants to. Am I right or am I wrong?
Nobody's questioning. We're waiting to see who the other 2 are.
Yeah, we want the other 2.
All right. Okay. LeBron, he used to.
Wait, so he doesn't anymore. Okay, so he's still not one of the other 2. So we still only have one.
SGA.
Okay.
Yep. SGA.
Who's the third?
And Joker.
You didn't mention anybody from the Rockets.
But the whole team. You got Jalen Green. You got Jalen Green that can get to the basket. You got Aaron.
But you just said
Wiggins.
Okay.
You got Aaron Wiggins, who stepped in for Jalen Green, scored 21 points, shot 54%. This team is legit, and you will see them in the playoffs.
I think I agree with Ron, though. I would have probably had them at 3 and at least Cleveland at 2.
Yeah.
Because they did beat Boston the last time they played Boston.
And they're on a 2-game losing streak, so they should have slipped.
I mean, Eric Wiggins. I'm sorry. I'm telling you.
Okay.
This team is legit.
All right. For several weeks in a row, Kenny, the number one
Yeah.
spot has belonged to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're 38-9, 22-8 in the conference, 7-3 in their last 10. They won their last game, so they're on a 1-game winning streak. What makes this team so good, Kenny? And can they hold on to the number one spot the rest of the year?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can.
Do they have some injuries?
SGA is so good. SGA is yes. Yeah.
Ron's on the Senate right now, and he's like questioning everything that you say. What did you say was on that can of Coke, Kenny? What was? What, Kenny? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's okay. SGA is just fantastic. The whole team is fantastic. They're shooting 54%. They can get to the basket, and they're shooting 68% in threes. And they lead the league in steals
For the season?
16 per game.
They're shooting
Steals.
16 steals per game.
Yes, 16. You look it up. 16.
Are you looking at these fake numbers again?
I am not. I am so serious.
No, I think he actually is correct. I think I heard it watching one of the games.
Really?
I was watching the game.
I don't know about that 68%. That's what I was
16.8.
Didn't you say something about they're shooting 68% from?
Yeah, he said that,
Yeah.
and I don't know about that. Is that for the season or just like the last week?
For the season.
That's impossible.
There's no.
I'm telling. All right.
It's never been done.
I'm looking right now.
Look
Hold
it up.
on.
58?
Relax, boys.
I'm sorry. 58.7%. Sorry.
From the field, not three.
No, from the field. From the field, not three.
Oh,
no,
you
not
said
three. No.
Oh,
Did I? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
From the field. I'm sorry.
That would have been.
I apologize.
That would have blown out.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on, though.
Yeah. 58 point. Yeah.
For the season.
Yeah. 58.7%.
I don't.
Hold on.
I don't question OKC being at number one. I think they are, and I think SGA
they're shooting
is going to
47.3. 47.3. It's very close
now.
to 58.
That's still great.
Last week was 58.
They are. Hold on though. They are ranked 7th in shooting per field goal percentage.
For the year?
For the year. Yep. So I don't know, Kenny. Want me to check the 3 percentage for you? I can do that too.
See, the only one I question is Houston. That's the only one I question. I agree with OKC being there at number one. I think Cleveland should be number two. I think Cleveland did enough this week. They're on what, a 4-game winning streak?
11.1.
They're on a 4-game winning streak right now, and they should be up. This is the only time. The only time I ever question Kenny's top 5 is when you're on, Eric.
I know. I see that.
I know.
Donovan Mitchell, by the way, player of the week. So good job.
Oh.
How do you do?
Plus 90.
I don't know, because all your numbers
games.
are jacked, bro. I love you.
Plus 90 before games. That is plus 90.
OKC is averaging 11.1 steals per game as a team. But it's all right. You're close. I mean, 18, 11, 58,
you know what?
47.
You know what? Make sure he don't come back, okay?
There he is, Donovan Mitchell.
Make sure Eric don't come back.
Play of the week.
Plus 90.
Donovan Mitchell. I love it. Listen, power rankings are up on the Sports Unfolded Facebook page. Check that out. Every week, Kenny does a great job with making sure that he gives us things to question every week. Thank you, Kenny, for that. But Ron has a do you know, Kenny? And he says
I get ridiculed, then I get cheated.
And then you get cheated. So let's see these do you knows, Ron.
First I get ridiculed. I'm ready for these trick questions.
Eric, I gave him
can he phone a friend
for the past couple of weeks.
I know. Can he phone a friend? If you need to phone a friend.
What? I'm ready for these trick questions.
Let's put up these numbers right here.
Oh, see.
Oh, hey, 2 and 3. Eric. I'll take it. Is that 5.5, Ken? And 19.
5.5
bro.
and 19.
Wow. See the disrespect I get? Yo, I
Bro,
gotta
that's-
post it right now.
You just got the Zach Levine. That's what that looks like.
Thank you,
Wow.
right?
All right.
These
Do you
trick
know?
questions.
Oh,
Let's see.
this is going to be an easy one for Kenny.
Oh,
right.
here we go. When he says that, kiss of death.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be an easy one for you. Yeah, okay, yeah.
All right. So this player was traded from San Francisco Warriors to Philadelphia 76ers for Connie Dirking, Paul Newman, not the actor, Lee Schaefer, and Cash in 1965.
Oh, I got it. I got this one.
1965.
Throwing a name out.
Okay, all right. You said the Warriors?
If you're at home, show Kenny how it's done.
You said the Warriors?
Yeah,
Yes.
the San Francisco Warriors.
San Francisco Warriors.
Yeah.
And I even gave you the year, 1965.
1965.
I'm guessing something. It's going to be a crazy guess.
San Francisco Warriors.
But I feel like he's tricking you.
Yeah, he
Because
is.
you're going to think it's somebody not good.
Exactly.
And I think it's somebody very good.
Yeah,
No,
me
they're
too.
all going to be somebody good.
This is somebody very good, Kenny. Like top 10 all-time NBA players. Good.
Oh, you said San Francisco
Warriors.
Traded
Warriors.
from San Francisco Warriors to Philadelphia for Connie Dirking, Paul Newman,
Mhm.
Not
Lee
the actor.
Schaefer, and Cash.
Lee Schaefer is a golfer, not the golfer.
It's Will Chamberlain.
Thank you. It's got to be. It's got to be
It
Will.
is Wilt Chamberlain.
Yes, Kenny. Good job. I said, if you don't get that one, Will.
Yes, Will Chamberlain.
Yeah,
That
you gave him it.
I knew that one. I knew that one.
You knew that one. All right.
Yeah, I knew
I'm
that
not
one.
saying another word, Kenny.
I knew
I
that
was
All right.
trying to help you out.
I knew that one.
So this
6.5.
brings up
Here we go. Disrespect.
6.
Oh, God.
And Eric is 3-3.
Let's go. 500, baby. 500.
Look at that, Kenny, huh?
Top 10
Moving
player.
on up.
That was the key, huh?
Yeah,
Top 10 player.
To the east side with a deluxe apartment in the sky. Yeah.
All right, let's see if you get this one. This player was traded to Phoenix for Jeff Hornacek, Andrew Lang, Tim Perry in 1992.
1992.
Don't. 1992.
Say it one more time.
This player was traded to Phoenix for Jeff Hornacek, Andrew Lang, and Tim Perry. 1992.
It has to be my favorite player of all time, Charles Barkley.
Yes.
What's your guess?
I'm going Charles Barkley.
Okay, you guys would be right. I knew I gave you guys easy ones this time.
Yeah. 92. I mean, that was
92.
the year with Thunder Dan and all them guys.
Yep.
Eric's 4-3. Come on, there's a lot of you watching at home. Get on this little scoreboard. One more, I'm going to have to stop making some graphics for it. All right. This is a two-parter.
Oh, here we go.
So you can actually pick up an extra bonus point, but you got to get the first part right.
Okay. That's how we get cheated.
Paul George was traded to the LA Clippers in 2019 by what team?
Ooh, I got it.
Me too.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, so what's the team?
OKC.
OKC.
Yeah, very good.
Trying to get.
Now,
I
the
thought of
bonus
Indiana for a
point-
second. Almost.
You thought Indiana?
Almost for a second. Well, I thought, but then I
Ah.
remembered. Okay, OKC. So that's the
Yeah.
first part. So we both got a point. Go.
The
Yep.
bonus point,
Yeah.
name the 2 players that came back in the deal.
Ooh.
That's the hard part.
Ooh.
Austin Crochet. No. OKC got. Who did OKC got? Ooh. Oh my goodness. I don't know.
Eric, you can make yourself 6-3.
Wasn't a guard. One of them was a guard.
It was the Queen's Royal Guards.
Hey.
Oh no, King now. King.
I don't know. Chris Paul. Pedro says Chris Paul. Chris Paul went to OKC. Yeah, he did though. From the clip.
Thank you for being here, Pedro.
Oh,
And
Austin. What about was Blake Griffin? No.
So OKC traded Paul George,
Gallinari.
with the Clippers, and got who?
Dino Gallinari. And who?
Wait, who said that?
Kenny.
I'm trying to think.
I think that Paul George might, Chris Paul might be right. Pedro.
Gallinari.
What's the question, Austin? Who was Paul George traded for? No, who went back to OKC in the Paul George deal when he went to the Clippers?
Don't look it up, please. Don't look it up.
If you guys want to look it up, give me a quick hint. I'll take it.
Yeah, get out of here.
Chris Paul. I like this Chris Paul thing. It's not
Is that your guess?
That's one of them.
So you got Chris Paul, and he's got.
You said 2, right? 2
Yeah,
players?
2 players.
Yes, 2 players.
Chris Paul. No, DeAndre Jordan didn't go there.
No.
Come on, sometime today, because now the temptation is you guys are going to look it up and be slick about it.
Chris Paul and Paul Gallinari. Gallinari keeps coming up.
All right, so Austin says Gallinari and Paul.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going with. I'm going with those 2 because Gallinari kept coming up and Chris Paul. I think so.
Kenny, need an answer.
Okay, I'm gonna go with who did SGA? Where was SGA drafted? He wasn't drafted.
No, he wasn't around.
I feel like.
Come on, sometime today.
All right, I'm gonna go with SGA and Gallinari because I
and
think
the answer is, in fact, Gallinari.
Yeah.
And SGA.
Oh, I thought yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so
nice
the Clippers drafted him and then traded part of the trade.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Okay.
Nice job, Kenny. That was nice.
That is very impressive. I think SGA was the season after. See, Austin wrong. SGA was. That was a good question. That was a good one.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I saved it for last.
That was a good one. That was a good one, gents.
Because I'm thinking of like, no,
that was right. That was a good one. That was our Do You Know segment. Great job, Kenny, pulling that one out. Over there, you have an opportunity to donate stars and bits to Sports Unfolded and Rhode Island Broadcasting. Follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, I already said, and MeWe. Also, like, share, and follow our show. We love doing these. Kenny's doing a great job with our NBA rankings. Thank you, Kenny, for that. Ron, we get to do this Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our regular scheduled program, Sports Unfolded. So join us then. And fans out there that have joined us live tonight, thank you, Pedro, Michael, James, Austin. You guys were great. Thanks for participating. And we'll get to see you Friday night. So come see us Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have some more fun with us. Where we're going to talk a lot about the Pro Bowl. I know you're excited about that, Ron. You want to talk about the Pro Bowl and all the great things that we saw there. But also this Sunday, very special show, our Super Bowl preview show before the big game. So we will post that in the next coming days to let you know what time you can join us and give us your Super Bowl picks as well. We will see everybody Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Sunday for our Super Bowl preview show. Yep. Times to be given at a later date. Love you guys. Thank you for including me on your show today. I had fun, and we'll see you guys next week. And all we ever ask for every single episode is that we get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.